Welcome to Behind the Scenes, a series that informs you of what's happening in local motion picture, television, and digital media industry. In this episode, we visit the set of The 19th Wife, a Lifetime Network original movie. We caught up with producer Andrea Baines on location in Heritage Park on the last day of the movie-making marathon.
There are two sections, really. There's the prep and there's the production. And the prep is equally important as the production. I mean, right now we're on our last day on this show, but it started a long time ago in early May, when you bring up the director and you hire the crew here, and you start looking for locations and looking for actors and really putting it all together. And then once you start producing, it's like a freight train. You have your locations, you need to make your days in a certain amount of time, you have your actors, and then you're actually making the film. Well, this is my fifth picture here. I started coming here in 1995, and so I'm fairly familiar, although I'm amazed at how the city keeps growing outward. This is a beautiful province, and it's way too often only used for westerns or rural settings, but the downtown area is a great place to shoot. And on this particular movie, we've been in downtown, we've been in Turner Valley, we've been in Black Diamond, we're now at Heritage Park, so we've really maximized all these locations.
The 19th Wife is a drama that intertwines history with a modern-day murder mystery. And to solve the challenge of spotting and securing scenic backdrops, they turned to locations manager Ben Owens.
I start off the show working closely with the directors and producer and the designer of the show, and I look for the locations that we film at. So I try to get inside their brains and figure out what kind of look they're looking for, and then go out and try to find as many options as possible. Once they've chosen the locations, I look after kind of the day-to-day things that you need to look after. There's often a lot of fires that come up during the day, or we change our minds a lot about what exactly we want to do, and I just manage all the creative expectations of the people on set and try to do my best to make them happy so that they get the movie that they want, but then have to balance that with the interests of the public or whoever we happen to be impacting or affecting or nearby when we're filming. And then when we're done filming, I'm mostly looking after making sure that everything is put back the way we found it. I've been doing this for about 14 years. I've always lived in Alberta and in Calgary, and I've always been very into the outdoors, or just I've traveled around the province a great deal, so I know where lots of neat places are, and I really love my city and where I live. So it's a fitting job to be able to show other people from away all the neat spots where you can come and showcase things.
Another important element is getting the wardrobe right.
So as a costume designer, we're responsible for costuming everybody that's on set. We're responsible for costuming the principals, the background, and any sort of atmosphere that you see. This is our extras tent. We come in and we set this up with all the costumes for the day. Everything is labeled with their names, the fittings have been done, the measurements have been taken, and we have pictures of each of the characters. For example, see, this young fellow here, this is his fitting photo. So he comes in, he has his fitting, all the alterations are done, and everything is hung up here ready for him to come in and we dress him. We find it easier if we can do it, to do the fittings ahead of time, so any of the bugs are worked out. If you have 30 or more characters that you have to dress, it is quite difficult to just do it on the day. It's much better to be given some sort of lead time to, to fit these actors and these characters and have them done. So that's the story. After we're done with them, they go to hair, makeup, they've got their whiskers put on and their hair done, powdered, and they're off to set.
And whether the set is interior or exterior, you're in good hands with Sandy Cochran.
On set, usually I show up in the morning. Usually there's a new set to open. So we've usually been working for the previous 3 or 4 days, like little beavers getting ready. And then I show up and ta-da! And it's all beautiful and everybody loves it. And then I go back to the office and get ready for the next day. It's really nice to be back, actually. I really enjoyed it here, and the crews have been fantastic and made my job so easy. And the locations, of course, I mean, a lot of people come here to make films because of the locations. And we were down in Turner Valley and the beautiful views of the mountains, and the people are so excited to see you. It was a lot of fun.
I love it here. I'm from Los Angeles, but if I have to leave my home, I'd rather be here than anywhere else. because I think the crew is just vastly superior to most crews. There's a real commitment to filmmaking. I think everyone on the crew considers himself or herself a filmmaker. They're very experienced, and people are really nice here, which, you know, counts for something.
The 19th Wife was the result of a Sony Pictures Television and Alberta Film Entertainment partnership. Well, that wraps it up for this episode of Behind the Scenes. Thanks for watching.
Behind the Scenes is a collaboration between Calgary Economic Development, industry, government, and community stakeholders.